Hello friends, welcome again to KACC, Chandra B Iyer's Arts and Crafts classes. In the last class, we had learned about lines, how to create lines, horizontal lines. Okay, we had learned to create them from left to right and also right to left. You may not be able to see from far. From here, I will just show you. Okay. Now, this class, we will learn to create vertical lines. Okay. This is a 2B pencil. With this, we will learn to create vertical lines from top to bottom. Whenever you draw lines from top to bottom, it should be very swift. Otherwise, there will be a curvature. This way, top to bottom vertical lines 1,000 times and bottom to top lines in other sheets are not in the same paper. Bottom to top, you can see that it's very difficult to, somewhat difficult to create these lines, vertical lines from bottom to top. After that, these vertical lines, you can take another paper or in the back side also you can draw the border, then create oblique lines. Okay, oblique means slanting lines from the left to top. Similarly, from right to top. Now you can see it's difficult to draw these lines. Right to the top, it's difficult. Depends on your tendency or your habit. Left to right, I would rather prefer to draw vertical lines from top to bottom and slanting lines from left to the top. Right to the top also you can do. For that you can again, this is how I will be drawing because this is my tendency. But you have to practice right to the top also. Oblique lines you have to practice. This again you will be drawing in separate sheets. Okay, separate sheets, these oblique lines. Then create also crisscross lines. Oblique line. When an oblique line is crossed by another oblique line, you get a cross. Right? Like this. So crisscross lines also you can try. Practice. As I told you friends, you will have to practice a lot. If you draw all these lines, practice all these lines with an HB pencil, yes, HB, thin line, take a 6B, thick line, or add pressure to the same HB pencil, thin line and thick line, can be done. Okay, what's important is what you create should be perfect. Now these lines are not as perfect. I am also not satisfied. So you will have to work hard. The more you work hard, the more perfect it will become, these lines. Okay, you will gain more confidence. As I told you, the end of the pencil should not be very sharp or not be very blunt till the stop, but it should be medium. Then only you can draw. Now you have seen these lines. All these lines are called as straight lines. Okay, straight lines, namely horizontal lines. We have seen vertical lines. We saw oblique lines or slanting lines. Then we also saw crisscross lines, cross lines. Okay, each and every line represents something. They symbolize something. Like horizontal line represents relaxation, or you can say in the positive way, when you sleep, you don't stand and sleep like animals, we lie down, right? Horizontal. Or laziness also, or lethargy, that also negative point is, you may see some negative points in that, but anyway, total relaxation. Okay, horizontal lines, or inactive, being inactive. Vertical lines, when like a coconut tree, okay, stand straight, it represents strength and stability. Thick line, when you go for that, like a thick line, suppose I make a thick line, it shows strength again, like a bodybuilder, and a thin line, like a person who is very thin, thin person. Usually we think that thin persons are people are very weak. It may not be so, but it appears to be that. Then you have oblique lines. Oblique lines show movement, whether from left to top or top to left or on the reverse. They show you movement like an athlete. When he runs, he doesn't keep his back straight and run, isn't it? So he always runs like this, in an oblique way, this way or this way. Then that shows movement. And cross lines, they represent conflict. How do you feel when you get a cross from your teacher? Oh my God, oops, she has cut 1 mark, very bad of her. Always the teacher is wrong. So, so cross lines, they show war, conflict. So each and every line has a meaning and a symbol. So we move on to the next class. In the next class, we'll be seeing curved lines and zigzag lines and so on. And when I teach you theory, I'll be teaching you the meanings and symbols of all the other lines also. Till then, thank you so much. Keep drawing all these lines, each of them minimum 1,000 times. I know it is difficult but not impossible. Okay, hard work leads to success. Always work hard till your bones break. That's what I always say. So meet you again in the next class. Keep drawing lines in your dream also. Meet you again. Shubhadinam.